What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Jake from Response on Play, joined by our tournament organizers,
Mikey,
AJ Schumacher.
From Round 3 Games, or Round 3 Events.
Round 3 Events.
Round 3 Events.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we don't have a game store. We just run events. So Round 3 Events.
just events.
Just events.
Well, you guys are responsible for putting on in my personal opinion, really good regional here in Albuquerque, packed with side events, making the most out of the current updates to the OP season. How did it feel for you guys from behind the table?
I was excited going into this weekend, and we were talking about the prize structure. I'm like, ooh, this is cool. It's different from what Denver did. And I'm like, all right, we'll see how it goes. And from what we saw, everybody was loving it. I was super stoked to see so many smiling faces and happy people they're like, oh, this is cool. I can get this, and this. Instead of they're like building up, they're like, I can get a promo for 2 tickets. I will take this one, please.
Yeah, it's kind of neat from a tournament perspective as well, because I think our 63rd person had a drop from the event, but because they had enough points, they still got top 64 pricing, which was cool.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
There were a lot of side events, cosplay contests that had more participants than I thought was going to have.
Same.
Which was pretty awesome to see. Was there an event that you guys added to the schedule that you were like, yeah, this is going to be a banger, and maybe it outperformed your expectations, or one that you thought, oh, this might be okay, but actually exceeded what you expected?
Like you said, the cosplay contest. Adrian and I were talking about it, and we're like, I'm thinking 4. I'm thinking 4. 4 is my number, and we had 11, and I was like, oh, good. Surpassed what I was thinking.
What I loved about it was a lot of people from the community.
Right.
So it wasn't people that just drove in with their high-end, high-res costumes from all over, the area.
Which we would have loved to see.
Which would have been cool
Should do it next time.
Yes, please.
Continue. Sorry.
But we also appreciated just seeing the people in the community. I love the people that dressed up as other people.
Yeah.
That was cool.
There were a couple that I was like, yep, that's spot on.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny when there are names in the community that you recognize by persona.
Yep.
So would you say overall for this event, was there any particular challenges that you had to overcome to really bring out the maximum amount of success in this regional, or did you feel like it was just like a cakewalk?
So I don't know if you noticed, the air conditioning decided to not work this weekend.
I would have never guessed.
You would have never guessed, because it definitely we had, obviously you saw the prize wall, lots of cool things on there. We had all kinds of side events, but it was so hot in there, and people wanted to leave, and I can't blame them. Obviously when you sign a contract with a venue and you come and do a site visit in the middle of winter, you're like, oh, it's nice in here. You have no way of knowing that in several months when you come to run the event that the air conditioner's not going to work. So
yeah,
we both talked to the hotel several times about can you get this fixed? Is there anything you do? And obviously unfortunately it was a little warm in New Mexico this weekend. It was very warm, so it was not what we wanted, but sometimes you just roll with the punches and you keep going. So
it wasn't something we could control.
Absolutely.
But things that we did, we wanted to engage the community, and that's why we came up with the cosplay contest.
Yeah, absolutely.
We wanted the community, the actual Universus community, to participate, which made me and him extremely happy.
Yep.
We did the scavenger hunt.
Yes.
Because we wanted people to engage with the environment. We have a background in doing events for other games, Pokemon and Star Wars, and so we that's one thing that we thought, let's bring that kind of experience to Universus and see how it works.
Yeah.
And it's like I know it went really well, but I was nervous about it, but I was excited at the same time.
Yeah, I'd say the fact that we had so many people running around and doing side events, even with the AC being a problem. I mean, again, y'all can't control the weather, Jackie. But I will say, there was plenty of water in the venue. I can't think of a single time, and I'm somebody that drinks a lot of liquid. I can't think of a single time I went to a water dispenser and there was no water. It was always filled up. I felt like you guys were on top of literally everything. It felt very professionally run. I am so excited to see what you guys take from this and evolve into the next one, because I know we talked a little bit in Denver about some of the stuff coming up, and to see that implemented in a way that was very good. Like, I'm not a side event person. I usually will play main event or like hang out and make content, but I played in some of the side events. Nice. I played in a pre-release and stuff, and it was actually fantastic. I had a good time. So I can't wait to see how y'all's events evolve. Is there anything that you're thinking of trying to take to the next level? Or is there something you saw that you're like, yeah, we're gonna ramp this one coming our next one? Because I believe you guys are involved in.
We're doing the Southeast.
The Southeast Regional. So
we're always evolving and always growing.
Yep.
So Asia and I are going to basically talk tomorrow, talk about everything that worked, everything that didn't work. We're going to send out our feedback forms, and we take everything serious. We want to provide not just a tournament. We want you guys to have an amazing experience.
Absolutely.
And so that's what our jobs are. And so I think us bringing that type of experience to this community will help this community grow. Well, that's my hope.
Yeah, well,
that's my hope.
That's one of the big things we noticed in Denver when we talked to a lot of people was the community aspect, because yes, it's a game. We all love the game. That's why we come out and play games. But really, it's also about community. Like, you make friends at these events. I met Mike at an event one time, and he was best man at my wedding, right?
Right.
My life changed forever because I went to some card game tournaments. So that happens in the community all the time.
Exactly. I make content with 5 other goofballs, and only 2 of which I knew prior to playing the game. Yep. One of them being my brother, and another being a friend of mine whom I've just known for a while. But 3 of the people I interact with probably the most in a week are because of this game.
And that's what we want to go. We want to try to improve, to grow community, because you could have a tournament, people show up to a tournament, and if they win, great. If they're not winning, okay. And then they might leave or go do something else. But if we have lots of engaging side events, we have activities like the scavenger hunt or the cosplay competition, because even the people that weren't part of the cosplay competition seem to be having a lot of fun. Like, there was some cheering, there was excitement. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully it wasn't too loud for Top Cut. I apologize if it was.
But I don't. It was awesome.
So no, it was. We want something that will bring people there. Yes, please come play in the tournament. But if nothing else, come enjoy the community, hang out with your buddies, just get to know people. Right?
Bring your friends. There were plenty of like demos on site. I saw a couple people being taught by Mikey also. I did see a couple of those.
If my judges are busy, I'm going to jump in there and help out.
Which is pretty nice, when you've got new people trying to engage, and even the tournament organizer is willing to, jump in and help make sure that person knows the game and can enjoy the event. And like I said, it was hot, no AC, and there were still people playing side events. There was still a big turnout for AOT Spotlight. That says something about the event, in my opinion. I think it means you guys are in a great event, and like I said, we had a blast. Our whole team had fun all weekend. A special thanks for letting us use a super secret special room to do some recording for some bits and some cool stuff y'all are going to see on the channel. So we really appreciate that. Is there any shout outs you'd like to make? Anything in closing regards you'd like to say to anybody going forward for these events?
I just want to let you guys know that we are only half of round 3. There is 2 others.
Yeah.
So
shout out
just shout out to Jimmy and Patrick.
Yep. And
just watch out for the next one that we're doing, because guess what? If 2 of us can do this, if 4 of us is working at it, come on.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, AJ, Mikey. It was a pleasure.
Likewise.
Thank you guys so much for the fantastic weekend.
Thanks much.